let's talk about a different generational wealth. There are a lot of people that talk about generational wealth with finances, but what about generational wealth with relationships? Now, there are quite a few women that I hear saying that the children are a good reason to stay in a toxic, unhealthy, unhappy relationship. But that should be the last reason you stay in a relationship like that. Because one thing you don't want to do is teach your children that it's okay to put up with toxicity and be unhappy in a relationship. A child can sense when you are unhappy and your relationship is not going the way it's supposed to go. And they have no clue of how relationships should work, but they know your relationship is not it. And as they get older and they see that you've been unhappy for years, they get confused and start thinking that it's normal to be in an unhappy relationship. And that's creating a relationship generational curse for your children when they become adults. For example, when your daughter becomes an adult and she's chosen to be with a boyfriend that you can clearly see is no good for her because you recognize his toxic behavior through the years of experiences that you've put up with toxic behavior with her dad, now you're going to be frustrated when she don't listen to you when you tell her that this boyfriend she's chosen is no good for her. But that's because your daughter's relationship is normal to her because she saw you put up with the same type of relationship with her dad. She never had a great example of a relationship growing up because both mom and dad didn't provide her with one. And your mindset as a mom was to stay in an unhappy relationship for her. And never tell your children that you stayed in an unhappy relationship for them. Don't put your lack of boundaries and your insecurities off on them and create a guilty self-conscience within them, making them feel like they ruined your life. Don't use your children as an excuse or an scapegoat to hide your lack of strength to leave an unhealthy relationship. You can't keep looking at the small picture when there's a greater picture at large. And that greater picture is teaching relationship generational wealth. And the way you teach relationship generational wealth is by having boundaries and sticking to them, not ignoring the red flags, and changing your mindset if you believe staying in an unhappy relationship is actually helping your children. Leaving a toxic, unhealthy relationship is a teaching moment for your children. It teaches them that no love is greater than the love you have for yourself, and it also teaches them that it's okay to leave someone you love when they are damaging your self-love. Keep in mind that your children would never grow up and say, "Mom, thank you for staying in a toxic, unhealthy, unhappy relationship with Dad for us." But what they will say is, "Why did you stay in a toxic, unhealthy relationship? Because we knew that you were unhappy." Children are happy to see their mother leave an unhappy relationship with their dad to find herself in a happy relationship with their stepdad. And this also shows children with their own eyes that it is okay to leave and be happy in another relationship, which will then trickle down to your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and your great-great-grandchildren, creating relationship generational wealth. So if you need any clarity and guidance on any situation, head over to quoteoneself.com and hopefully I'll see you on my schedule soon. In the meantime, comment and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at quoteoneself, and I'll see y'all next video.